Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Level Up Switch. I'm Matt, and today we're diving into 10 Nintendo Switch games you absolutely can't afford to miss in 2025. Whether you're into epic adventures, mind-blowing indies, or just looking for your next obsession, I've got you covered. And hey, if you're new here, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss our weekly Switch content. Now, let's get right into it. Coming in at number 10, we've got Unicorn Overlord. And no, that name isn't a joke. This stunning tactical RPG from the creators of 13 Sentinels truly deserves your attention in 2025. If you love Fire Emblem-style combat with jaw-dropping artwork and deep strategy, this game is an absolute must-play.
You have quite the grand vision for yourself.
You would charge ahead knowing well the severity of our struggles.
What makes Unicorn Overlord special is its massive world map, with real-time army movement and over 60 recruitable characters, each with their own storylines and combat specialties. The freedom to build your perfect squad and the branching narrative paths mean no two playthroughs are the same.
The hour has come. There are those among Galerius's adherents who willfully chose to betray the Queen those long years ago. I fear we have no hope of avoiding conflict with such traitors.
The Switch version runs surprisingly well, maintaining solid performance even during the most chaotic battles. The developers have added exclusive content for the Switch release, including themed outfits and bonus missions that reference classic Nintendo franchises. It's flying under the radar right now, but trust me, this one hits hard.
Our friends here are honorary Bestrels.
This time, my arrows shall support your march.
The earth may be theirs, but the heavens will surely favor those who stand for justice.
At number 9, we have Pepper Grinder, an indie gem published by Devolver Digital that's guaranteed to be an instant classic. Think Echo the Dolphin meets Dig Dug with the chaotic energy of Sonic. You literally drill through the terrain with crazy momentum-based gameplay that feels absolutely incredible with the Switch's HD rumble. The main character, Pepper, uses her trusty drill grinder to tunnel through colorful environments, collecting treasures and taking down bizarre enemies. What I love most is how the drilling mechanic evolves throughout the game. You'll upgrade your drill with elemental powers, changing how you approach each level. The hand-drawn animation is buttery smooth at 60 frames per second, and the soundtrack is this perfect mix of chiptune and modern electronic beats that'll be stuck in your head for days. It's fast, fluid, and super addictive. This is exactly the kind of unique experience we play indies for, and Switch is the perfect platform for it. Number 8 on our list is one for the story-driven crowd. Another Code. Recollection is a beautiful remake of two cult classic DS and Wii titles, reimagined with gorgeous visuals and an even more haunting mystery than before.
Lost and angry. I've never felt so torn apart.
You play as Ashley, a young girl who receives a letter from her father, who she thought was dead, leading her to a mysterious island filled with puzzles and secrets. The Switch version combines both the original Another Code and its sequel Another Code, R, into one seamless experience, with completely overhauled graphics and intuitive touch controls when playing in handheld mode.
To a family of rich folks, but the patriarch got sick and things went from bad to worse.
What makes this game special is how it uses the environment to tell its story. Each location feels lived in and meaningful, and the puzzles are cleverly integrated into the narrative rather than feeling like arbitrary obstacles. If you enjoy games like Life is Strange or Oxenfree, this is a hidden treasure you shouldn't miss. The emotional depth here is genuinely surprising for a puzzle adventure.
Can you see me?
Lucky number 7 is Sea of Stars, and let me tell you, this is pure turn-based RPG magic. Inspired by classics like Chrono Trigger, it blends pixel-perfect visuals with a modern combat system that eliminates random encounters and grinding. The game follows two children of the solstice who combine the powers of sun and moon to perform eclipse magic, the only force capable of fighting the monstrous creations of an alchemist known as the Fleshmancer. What sets the combat apart is the timed hits system, where pressing buttons at the right moment powers up your attacks or reduces enemy damage. And the music? Done by Yasunori Mitsuda of Chrono Trigger fame, alongside a stellar original soundtrack. Every area feels alive with dynamic lighting that changes as day turns to night. The 2025 expansion adds a whole new continent to explore with dozens of side quests and endgame challenges. It's an indie masterpiece that stands shoulder to shoulder with the JRPG greats. At number 6, one of the most beloved RPGs from the GameCube era has made its return. Tales of Symphonia Remastered. And I know what some of you are thinking, but Matt, this remaster came out earlier. Well, the 2025 Definitive Edition update completely overhauls the initial remaster, addressing all the performance issues and adding significant quality of life improvements.
Prepared an appropriate opponent for your crime.
What is that thing?
The core experience is still absolute gold. You follow Lloyd Irving and his friends on a journey to regenerate their dying world, only to discover that saving one world means dooming another. The real-time combat system holds up surprisingly.
Way Silverant was.
What makes the 2025 version special is the inclusion of all previously Japan-exclusive content, newly recorded voice acting, and a completely reworked UI designed specifically for the Switch. If you're into anime-style action RPGs with heartfelt stories and themes that actually make you think, add this to your backlog immediately. The DLC lets you build and customize your own little slice of heaven as characters John and Sam, with farming, fishing, cooking, and decorating your own space in the game's gorgeous pixel art world. What's impressive is how seamlessly this integrates with the original game's combat and exploration. The expansion adds over 30 hours of new content, including new characters with their own storylines and secrets. The day-night cycle affects what activities are available, and seasonal events give you something to look forward to throughout the year. It's a total chill-out experience with some of the most beautiful pixel art you'll ever see. Perfect for relaxing between those big action titles. At number 4, we've got Fae Farm, which is essentially what would happen if Stardew Valley had a magical baby with The Legend of Zelda. This enchanting life sim launched with solid foundations, but the massive 2025 Seasons of Magic update is what earns it a spot on this list.
Days pass so quickly. Before I know it, they turn into seasons.
The game combines cozy farming with legitimate dungeon crawling, letting you cultivate magical crops, craft enchanted items, and build relationships with the townsfolk. The combat is surprisingly satisfying, with elemental magic that interacts with the environment in clever ways.
There's something more I've been itching to explore.
What makes the 2025 version special is the addition of 4 new seasonal realms, each with unique crops, materials, and enemies. The multiplayer has been expanded to support up to 8 players online, and the new storyline about restoring balance to the magical ecosystem is genuinely engaging. If you're craving a cozy but substantial adventure that respects your time, this one's got everything to keep you coming back day after day.
There's so much yet to discover. Are you ready?
Breaking into our top 3 at number 3 is a true sleeper hit, The Library of Babel. This dark, atmospheric 2D stealth platformer is inspired by Jorge Luis Borges' short story of the same name. Yeah, we're getting literary here, and it's absolutely fascinating. Set in a dystopian future where humanity has vanished, you play as a robot librarian searching for meaning in a seemingly infinite library. The world building is intense, with each area representing different philosophical concepts through its architecture and challenges. The gameplay combines stealth mechanics with precision platforming, as you avoid security systems and hostile robots while piecing together what happened to humanity. The visual style blends pixel art with rotoscoped animation to create something truly unique. Think Another World meets Inside with a philosophical twist. The Switch version includes the exclusive Hexagon Archives content, adding new areas and story elements not found on other platforms. It totally flew under most people's radars when it first released, but the complete edition in 2025 deserves your attention if you appreciate games that make you think. Our runner-up at number 2 is Wargroove 2, which brings back that advanced war-style strategy with even more depth than before. If the first game was a love letter to Nintendo's dormant strategy series, this sequel is a full-blown epic novel. What makes this entry special is the addition of 3-player co-op campaigns, where each player controls their own commander with unique abilities that complement each other. The expanded Groove system lets you customize your commander's special powers, creating dozens of possible playstyles. The map editor has been completely overhauled, allowing for branching campaigns with conditional objectives and even basic scripting for custom events. The community has already created thousands of scenarios ranging from puzzle challenges to full-length campaigns that rival the official content. The pixel art is gorgeous, with fluid animations that bring each unit to life, and the soundtrack perfectly captures that classic tactical game feel while adding its own flair. If you like flexing your tactical brain, this one's packed with hundreds of hours of content and is super replayable. The Switch version even supports cross-platform multiplayer with PC players. And finally, our number 1 pick for Switch games. You'll regret missing in 2025 is Blasphemous 2, a brutal Metroidvania that elevates the genre to new heights. The sequel builds on everything that made the original special while addressing every single criticism.
Those penitents that the miracle itself took as its sentinels.
Set in a nightmarish world inspired by Spanish religious iconography, you play as the Penitent One, a warrior with a thorned helmet who wields guilt and pain as weapons. The combat is precise and punishing, rewarding careful timing and pattern recognition rather than button mashing.
Of endless orison.
What sets this sequel apart is the weapon system. You now have 3 distinct weapons that completely change your playstyle, each with its own upgrade path and special abilities. The environment design is masterclass level, with interconnected areas that reveal new shortcuts and secrets as you gain abilities.
Odd on.
The art direction deserves special mention. Every frame looks like a dark Renaissance painting come to life, with animation so fluid it's hard to believe it's still pixel art. The boss designs are unforgettable, each telling its own tragic story through visual design and combat mechanics.
Father of the penitents.
And there you have it, 10 Nintendo Switch games that you'll seriously regret missing in 2025. From tactical RPGs to cozy farming sims to brutal action platformers, the Switch continues to have one of the most diverse libraries in gaming. Let me know in the comments which ones you've already played, which ones you're excited to try, and if there are any hidden gems I missed that deserve a spot on this list. If you found this video helpful, do your fellow Switch gamers a solid and smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you're new here, subscribe to Level Up Switch for more daily Nintendo content, including reviews, hidden gems, and tips to make the most of your Switch gaming time. This is Matt from Level Up Switch, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay leveled up.